What is up, my fellow budget travelers? So you found yourself in Dallas and now you're thinking, what else is there to do around here besides just the city? Well, you found the right video because I'm about to show you where you can see Longhorns walk down the street while you're about like a foot away from them. I'm about to show you one of the original train stations located in the Dallas area. Some real famous train robbers were here, as well as some really famous Dallas wineries. And finally, I'll show you where you can see some of the coolest art in Dallas. I'm gonna start off with the Longhorns because honestly, this was my favorite thing I saw this time in Dallas. This is located over in the Stockyards in Fort Worth. The stockyards are where they used to herd longhorn from the 1860s. Nowadays, to represent the history of the city, they do a longhorn walk down the main street twice a day. I suggest getting there early enough so you can see it twice, because once just isn't enough. Now that you know the Longhorns' names, why don't you comment in the comments which one was your favorite? I was so impressed with Texas Red. Those horns were huge.
This was their last stop before the long walk, over 500 miles of rugged land to Kansas. Fort Worth was the drover's last chance to buy supplies. Enjoy the Texas Longhorns pass by with our drovers. In the stockyards, every day is a new adventure, and it starts right here with the Fort Worth herd.
On the main street, you'll also find a number of restaurants and bars and shops, so you really get that Fort Worth, Texas experience. You can even bring home a pair of your own Longhorns if you want. While you're exploring throughout the day, I really suggest going to the Second Rodeo Brewing Company because their food was amazing, as were all their beers. They've got a ton of outside seating and they usually have live music playing, so it's definitely a cool spot to really get that Dallas experience, which really makes that Lyft ride out of the city worth it. Their seating here was really cool as well, and wait till you check out these bathrooms. Now I want to know what's in the men's room. If you're a guy, let me know what they have in the men's room in the comments. Thanks. If you're really enjoying the stockyards, make sure you come back to Billy Bob's because this is the oldest honky tonk and the biggest honky tonk. So if you really want an experience, you have to come at night. But if you're not going to make it back, it's totally understandable. Definitely go in and check it out just to see this saddled disco ball. It's totally worth the trip. They are going to charge you, I think, $3 each to come in if you're not paying for a ticket to go in during a main event. So if you want to go in and just look around, it's $3. Honestly, it's like a museum in itself. They have a number of things going on here, like they've got a rodeo, they've got a bar, they've got pool tables, they've got food, and most importantly, they've got all this history of people that have played here at the honky tonk before, and their hands are all over the walls. Yes, that was Johnny Cash that you saw that, yes, I did kiss. Right now, they also have a John Wayne exhibit set up, and even if you don't want to pay to go into the exhibit itself, their gift shop is worth the trip. They've got stuffed horses and his dog, so that was really cool to even just see a glimpse of John Wayne and the fact that he's even touched any of these things. that was really cool. So even if you don't buy anything, it's worth it to go in and just to peruse and check it out. Now let's move on to the second thing that is totally going to be worth your Uber ride. That is going to be Grapevine. This is a location of one of the most original train stations in the area, and I almost got hit by the train. The train tracks were going down just as I was walking, so that was pretty funny. There is a lot to see in this historic little city, so you could honestly spend the whole day here. They've got a number of plaques for you to read, a number of statues, and there's just history everywhere. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but once you're here, you really feel like you've taken a step back in time, and it's almost like you feel like how the people used to feel back then. I don't know, it's hard to explain. But besides the history, there's also a bunch of shops and restaurants and things. You can check out different wineries, and there's so much to do here. Like I said, you could take the whole day exploring. Peace Circle really made an impact on me, especially during these crazy times we live in right now. So that was really cool just to walk the circle and really look at the faces of the statues and just picture yourself being there back in the day. It's really cool. And while you're in Grapevine, make sure you look for the Imagine unicorn. It's at the top of this steeple here. It is so pretty, and when the sun is shining, it just glows just right. Now I want to take you around and just window shop a little bit because they have so much fun stuff here. They're little boutiques and stuff. I just want to show you all that they have to offer. Here's an example of one of the wineries in the area. They had actually taken over an old hotel, and they were celebrating their 10-year anniversary, so we wanted to try that wine. And now that you've worked up an appetite, make sure you head over to Feed Store Barbecue. This is the most authentic place you're going to experience in Dallas. It is a must if you want to check out real Dallas barbecue. It's one of the only places left that's still family owned, where they really take a lot of pride in their food. They've won a ton of awards and things like this, and this meat was so good. I don't even know how to explain it to you, but shout out to my cousin with Cruise Planners because she was the one who recommended it, and I am so happy I went there. It was the only barbecue that I had in Dallas that really tasted like authentic barbecue, no lie. And the last place that everyone kept telling us we had to go was Bishop Arts District area. There are a ton of murals over here. There's a ton of boutiques and art. There's little bakeries and coffee shops, and it's just a fun little area. And it was during Halloween, so they had so many fun things for us to check out over here. They even had a barber shop with a pool table in it and motorcycles and things. It was really cool. And everyone told me to try Topo Chico. If you get the opportunity, make sure you try that out also. It's in a lot of cocktails as well if you want to try it with a cocktail. But as you can see with things like this, Dallas speaks for itself. You're gonna see so many crazy things here. And if you wanna see more videos about Dallas, check out this playlist here. Otherwise, this is the video that YouTube thinks you're gonna like the most, so check that one out. See you there.